Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry I have been like completely MIA for like 2 or 3 weeks now, but I'm here to get you guys all caught up on weeks 31, 32, and now 33 of my pregnancy, which is so crazy. So kind of rewinding back a little bit, last time I left off, I was going into my 31st week of my pregnancy. And for those of you who don't know, I live in Melbourne, Florida, and we were kind of like the direct target for Hurricane Matthew. So I was like in full panic mode. I was not thinking about vlogging. I was not thinking about anything but like, is our house gonna be okay? During the storm, we owned 3 separate properties, one of which is on the beach. So I was really concerned about that. Just had so many things running through our minds to try to prepare for the storm. The media was, you know, saying your children will die, and crazy things on the news that had me so scared. And I'm so hormonal now lately that like everything they were saying was just like, seriously, the fear was so real, and I was so scared about this storm and just like, are we even gonna have a house? You know, I have a baby coming. I was just a complete mess for like 3 days. I was so upset. I was crying. I was so afraid of this storm. Thank God, literally at the very kind of last minute, the storm moved a little bit to the east and did not end up hitting us directly. Had it, I feel like I would be telling you a completely different story right now. We had very little damage. There was just kind of lots of debris as far as like trees and leaves and stuff like that. It didn't even rain that much, but the wind was so intense. The entire night that the storm was hitting, I had headphones in listening to music like literally the entire night. I didn't sleep at all, like not even for 5 minutes. I could not go to sleep. I was so upset and so scared about this storm. So being pregnant, like I went through 3 days, I feel like, of just like putting my body through almost trauma of just like worry. Just, I've never felt so like scared. And to some people, like hurricanes are fun. It's time to like have some beers and just relax. But like this time for me, I was so worried and upset. So we boarded up our house, we stayed with our in-laws, and we rode out the storm. And like I said, thank God it moved when it did and it didn't end up hitting us directly. So we're very grateful. Literally when we left our house to go stay with my in-laws, I was like wondering if this would be the last time I would see my son's room like set up. I was just so scared. So I kind of like self-induced some just like rough symptoms like stomach pain, just like major lack of sleep. So I was just like beyond fatigued and so tired. Like a couple days after, once the storm had passed, I was just like kind of coming back down to earth. So I had like a really rough week, my 31st week, just because of the storm and like everything that my body was going through, just like with worry and concern. So I'm very glad that that's over. Since my last week, 32 weeks, and into this week, my belly is just like growing every day. Like I went from feeling like, oh, like I just have this little belly, to like I'm like bumping into things, it's getting in my way. Like while I'm washing dishes, I feel like I'm so far away from the sink. It is just like getting so big. His movements are so intense. I can just feel him moving all the time. He's very active, especially at night when I am like putting my head on the pillow to go to sleep. Every single night, like clockwork, he just moves so much. I feel like kind of on my right side what I think is like his knees, and on my left side is like where his back and his butt is, and it just kind of like is always, I feel like it's always bulging out. He is growing very fast, and it just feels like he's running out of room and like running out of places to go in there. So it's very uncomfortable, but I just love like every single time I feel him move. I love it, even if it hurts or like takes the wind out of me. I just love it. I love knowing that he's, you know, healthy and he's moving and all that good stuff, but he is definitely growing quickly. Another thing is like just getting out of bed, because I have to pee all during the night. I'm always getting up to pee during the night, and it's getting really hard just to like get myself out of bed. I just feel like I'm so heavy, and I have to like do this like side turn and like prop myself up, and it's like a process to get myself out of bed just to go to the bathroom. And then to get back in bed and try to be comfortable is like very difficult. So it's not fun. Another thing is I'm having hot flashes very often. I'll go from being perfectly comfortable sitting on the couch to like sweating and just feeling really clammy and just really gross. So those are not fun. I'm definitely not a fan of that symptom. And my acid reflux is like, without a doubt, I have it every single day. I am taking Zantac for it because it's so bad. So I had my doctor's visit last week, because now I'm going every 2 weeks. So I will be going again next week when I'm 34 weeks, and they measured my belly, and everything measured right on track, and listen to the heartbeat. It's nice and strong, and he's, you know, constantly trying to kick the Doppler whenever they're doing it, so it's really funny. I guess the sound, like hearing his own heartbeat or whatever, gets him excited because almost every time now he's like hitting her back, sort of. It's really funny. So also super exciting, we took maternity photos last weekend, and I just have a couple previews that I'll just like kind of put up here so you guys can see, but they came out so beautiful. They are like my exact vision that I had for what the maternity photos would be, and our amazing photographer Heather went out and like scoped out locations for me for the last like month and found this field that I wanted, and it was like the windiest day because it was only a couple days after the hurricane, so the winds were still like much stronger than usual. My hair was just blowing around, you know, even the ground was a little bit wet, so it was not like ideal conditions at all for a photo shoot, but I mean, it came out so beautifully, and these are just some samples that I got from her, so I'm so excited to see more of them, and I will definitely post more of them on my Instagram once I get them from her. The dress that I wore also, because I know somebody will ask, is from So Trendy Accessories on Etsy, and I will put their link below. The dress fit perfectly and was like my exact vision for what I wanted for a maternity photo, so I was really happy with that. And also last weekend was my baby shower, and let me just tell you, it was hosted by my mom and my brother's girlfriend Caitlin, and it was like far beyond what I had ever expected as far as like the decorations, and like all the little touches were so sweet. Everything was so personalized, you know, with Lincoln and or like an L, and they had printed out all of my weekly belly updates and put them on like a clothesline. Just like so many cute touches. There was like a little Polaroid station for all the guests to take Polaroid photos for a guest book that she's putting together. Food was fantastic. The cake was delicious. It was just like the most perfect shower. I got so many amazing gifts from everyone for the baby's room that now I'm like waiting to go and start sorting through and getting like all of that set up at the other house. So I still have a lot of work to do, but my shower was so perfect. It was just so cute. And my favorite part was she had actually asked Jesse questions without me knowing about like what we're expecting for when Lincoln is here, and it was just so cute, like hearing his answers, and then like I said what I thought he was gonna say. And when she asked him if I've had any crazy cravings, which I haven't really, I had a couple like in the beginning, like cereal was one, but he said ice cream and Zantac, so that just goes to show you guys how much I'm like needing the Zantac. It's so bad. My acid reflux is like for sure my most frustrating symptom. And my baby shower dress, the white lace dress, or it's kind of like a flowery pattern, is from Ingrid and Isabel, and I will also link that below. So because of Hurricane Matthew, the class that I had mentioned we were going to is a baby care class, actually got canceled because of the storm, so we were not able to go, but have rescheduled to go I believe the first week of November. And as of last week we went to a breastfeeding class that we had already been signed up for, and yes, I brought my husband with me to the class. I know some people might think that's weird, but it said in the description to bring your like support person with you to the class if you can, so he was totally cool with coming with me, which meant a lot. And it was actually a really informative class. The instructor just kind of like kept things moving and had a PowerPoint presentation learning about like positions to hold the baby while breastfeeding and about pumping and just like a lot of stuff I really didn't know. So we definitely learned some useful information, but we are definitely looking forward to the baby care class, so that one's going to be interesting. It's just insane that in just a couple days here I'm going to be 34 weeks, and all of the like emotions are really starting to kick in. Like I'm feeling like a whirlwind of emotions every single day. Some days I just feel like I got this and I'm ready, and then other days I feel like I'm so unprepared. We are still in between kind of houses. We are still renovating the other house, and we are estimating about 2 to 3 weeks until it's done. So I still have a full room in this nursery as far as clothes and the furniture, and the other house has all of the stuff that we just got from the shower, like the bathtub, the rock and play, and stuff like that is all at the other house. So we're kind of in limbo, which as a planner personality type like kind of gives me anxiety, but I'm trying not to worry about it because I know we have a lot of help once we're ready to move in that we'll get moved over and moved in really quickly. And I really still need to do laundry. I keep putting it off, but I really need to get to it because like I said, this baby boy has so many clothes. It is insane. So we're definitely getting so excited, and now that his movements are so much more frequent, Jesse can really like feel him moving all the time, and I feel like that's like bringing the three of us so much closer together. And we play music for him sometimes, and like every now and then Jesse will tell him good night, you know, or something when we're going to bed. It's just really sweet. And really exciting to like realize he's gonna be here so soon and we will forever be changed, and like we will be a family of 3 now. It won't just be us and our 2 pups anymore. So it's just so crazy to me, but I feel so blessed, and I've been shown so much love over the last couple weeks. People's really amazing comments and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for hanging in there and waiting for this video. I'm so sorry it took so long. That's all I have for today, and thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon, I promise. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Have an awesome week.